Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Gemini. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. All right, your energy, the Nine of Cups in reverse, feeling a little bit emotionally exhausted here because it looks like this person isn't super confident, or they're not giving to this connection, or they're not pulling their weight. And we see the Seven of Pentacles showing up also in reverse. All right, so this is an ending, but an ending that brings balance, and we see the Ten of Cups. Interesting energy, Ten of Cups. Now, some of my Geminis, you might be dealing with somebody who's married or in another relationship, but for a lot of you, I feel that's not the case. I feel like a lot of you, this is someone here that does want a relationship. They want something stable, secure. They want that happy life with someone. But I'm wondering if they're struggling financially, they might have some health issues, or they don't feel like the best version of themselves, is kind of what I'm getting, or they feel like they don't have enough to give, so they're not giving much at all. All right, we see the Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this person is holding back because they want to avoid heartbreak, or they want to avoid disappointment. I also feel like they want to avoid disappointing you, Gemini. And with the Three of Swords in reverse, I mean, your person might really still be healing. This could be from accident, illness, or injury. They might be healing from a connection that didn't work out. They might have lost a lot of money in a divorce or separation or something. And they're viewing you as the Five of Wands in reverse. So they see stability with you. They see that you're really kind of no BS Gemini. But I kind of feel like they feel like you're out of their league, like you have it together. You know, you have your own home, or you have your own, like you're independent and you're stable. They see you as protective. They see you as loving. They see you as caring. But I kind of feel like, too, they also know that you're like no BS, no drama. And I wonder if this person is still kind of reacting to past hurt or heartache or pain. I kind of get an energy of this person being not as emotionally mature. All right, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, I do feel like some of my gems, you're either thinking about walking away, or you have walked away here because this has been emotionally draining. I feel like you gave, or you've given a lot to this connection. Yeah, that you've made a decision. You're looking back at the past. You've made a decision to have a new beginning, and you're viewing this person as the Devil, Capricorn energy. So they could be a Capricorn, but you may feel like this person still has some negative attachments, or you may feel like, okay, this feels more like a karmic lesson that's, repeating, that this person is insecure, or this person isn't giving to the connection. They're not open. They're not available emotionally, physically, financially. Seven of Pentacles in reverse tells me there's an ending here taking place, or it may have already taken place. All right, your person is viewing the relationship as the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, an ending. Yeah, they're seeing themselves as single, but I kind of get this energy of this person throwing themselves a pity party, Gemini, and you're viewing the relationship as the Five of Pentacles, lack, disappointment. All right, now with the Page of Swords here, some of my gems, you are still keeping tabs on this person because I kind of feel like you're not really clear on what happened here or why they stopped giving. I'm going to be really clear with you, Gemini. I really feel like because this person couldn't keep up with you, or they felt like they wouldn't be able to offer you anything, or offer you what you offer, what you need. I just get this person having really some deep insecurities that they may have hidden. I'm also getting that you're quite evolved, Gemini. You're mature, you've been doing your shadow work, you've been focused on your healing, your spirituality, and this person seems like they're still reacting to old patterns, drama from other relationships. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. All right, yeah, this person, they're not giving. And Gemini, they may have even been stingy with you is what I'm getting. Because I feel with the 9 of Cups in reverse, like you gave a lot to this connection. You know, and when it shows up in reverse, it's like you're feeling emotionally hungover, but you may have been the one that was making all the dates, that you were helping this person, maybe even financially, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. And it's like they weren't giving back. All right. They're not investing. The World card, they're assuming that this is over. And with the woman holding a coin, I think this is your energy, to be honest. I feel like, you know, she's the combination, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But she's the combination for me as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Successful, confident, fiery, passionate, having enough to invest or to offer. This person still spends a lot of time thinking about you. Sometimes I do get with the World and the woman in the coin, it's like this person has in their head, like when I get where I need to be, like I would invest in Gemini. But I do kind of think this person is, you know, kind of engages in that Delulu thinking, right? Like instead of actually, they could invest right now. Maybe they don't have as much money as you, or maybe they feel like you're in a better spot or you're more evolved or whatever. But I feel like there's something about your energy, Gemini, and this is nothing you need to feel bad about. But there's something about your energy that reflects back at them that makes them feel like, I'm just going to say it, it makes them feel a bit like a loser. And it doesn't mean that they are, right? But it's like they're very self-defeating. You know, it's like their self-defeating prophecy coming true here, but it's their actions lead to that. And look at this Page of Swords. A lot of my Geminis, you're starting something new. You're thinking, yeah, after a rejection, some of you maybe even you're losing passion or attraction for this person because you want to play the long game. But what's interesting is this person wants a happy relationship, but it's almost like they still have some healing to do, Gemini. Okay, this is one of those tough love readings. It's not going to be for all of my Geminis. If it doesn't resonate, do check out your other signs, your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, okay? All right, and just remember on the weekends I do publish my singles new love reading, so you can check the one from the weekend before, or in a day or two you'll have a new love reading for those of you who are ready for that. Yeah, we see the snake energy, competition. See, this is what I'm getting. I'm not really even getting third party here. I mean, maybe for some of you this person was married or something, but what I'm getting is competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. I think this person had some imposter syndrome with you. I just feel they didn't feel like they were good enough. And I think they compared themselves to you. You may have felt like they were competing with you, Gemini. This may have been somebody that wasn't like celebrating your successes. It more was triggering for them because they felt like, you know, it reflects back how they're not as successful. I'd be careful with this energy. Yep, and we see an addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. I do think this person blocks themselves. I think this person has some unhealed wounding here, Gemini. Unhealed wounds that really need to be healed and cleared before they can be in a healthy relationship. This person is most likely more comfortable being with people who bring a lot of drama, people who are scattered. I'm kind of getting too, their ego is easily bruised, Gemini. And I feel like being with you, somebody high vibrational and who kind of, excuse my language, but excuse me, has their shit together, was hard for them. It was hard for their ego. All right. And they just be careful because this kind of energy, I feel like this is somebody who, one, doesn't always celebrate your successes, two, may have been kind of nitpicky with you, may have made jokes that kind of like put you down, you know, things like that, like where you didn't feel fully supported, but you felt really observed. Okay, and that's because there's an inferiority complex here. I'm just going to come out with it. So we have relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I think this is something that you really did see moving to the next phase. I think you're ready for something to, you know, to be in a connection where somebody steps up. And I think you genuinely thought it was going to be with this person, but I think when it came time to actually step up, this person created drama, disappeared, and it's time to make healthy choices. And to be honest, Gemini, I'm gonna be tough here. You know, so tough over here. But I'm gonna be tough here and say I think your healthy choice is really the one that a lot of you have already made, and chalking this up to a lesson and looking elsewhere. All right, and we see healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Yeah, and this person's energy is coming out as toxic, where they're coming out as addiction. I think you already know that you've evolved past this type of relationship, Gemini. So I'm going to switch things up because I don't want to really spend much more time in their energy or in this energy. Yeah, so this person might not have any family around them. All right. But anyway, this could be somebody who just doesn't have a lot of family. They might be estranged from their family, or their immediate family is at a distance from them. But let's see who my Geminis are calling in here. Who is this new energy I'm picking up on for my Geminis, please? Who is this new energy that Gems should be focused on? Somebody who might own their own business. Again, this might be somebody more like you. It doesn't necessarily mean you own your own business, but they invest effort and creativity into personal fulfillment and wealth. And I feel like the person that you were dealing with wasn't doing that. They would like to do that. They might have talked about doing that, but they weren't actually doing it. So now you've got somebody here who's a bit more like you. Again, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, right? We see this is somebody you're going to feel super comfortable with. They're going to be super approachable. It's going to be easy. You're not going to feel like you have to walk on eggshells around this person. This is not somebody who's going to make little jokes that are putting you down, right? Because I kind of feel like that was happening here. Like I kind of feel that this person was chipping away at you, Gemini. And we see they could be a Taurus, or they have Taurus energy, which means they're stable. They enjoy aesthetics and comfort as they're ruled by Venus. This is much more your speed. They're loyal, they're kind. They can also be a little bit stubborn, and they may also have air in their chart. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. All right, so it looks like I'm giving you a singles new love reading anyways. So let's see, Gemini, who is this? This is the energy you want to focus on. Somebody you're going to have a strong mental connection. Somebody who's going to match your energy. They are where you need them to be. This is somebody who's been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. That could be betrayal. That could be a family friend, a romantic partner. They're going to be sarcastic. They have a dry sense of humor. My Gems, I know you're going to love that, because my Geminis, you need somebody who can engage in witty banter, who can make you laugh, make you think. I mean, that's Gemini love language. This person may have dreams about you, or you may experience deja vu with them, and they might have blue or light colored eyes. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, they might be wearing red when you meet them, or maybe they like to wear the color red here, Gemini. This is the energy I'm talking about for my Gems, right? This is the energy that, I think you're ready for. All right, we see third party, so you may be dealing with a karmic situation. So again, you may still have this energy that we picked up originally in this reading, that they might be around you. They might even make a play for you again as they feel you pulling away. But I feel like it's just kind of after this connection. All right. We see falling in love. There are going to be sudden feelings that this is the one, Gemini, and it's going to happen unexpectedly, a serendipitous event. Some of you, it might be someone that you meet through work, or somebody that this is somebody that you have a common cause connection. You're really compatible with. You have the same hobbies. Maybe you see them at the gym, or you see them at the dog park, or you see them out and about with friends. But somebody that you're really quite compatible with. It feels like this new connection here is karmic justice, Gemini. All right, so sending you so much love and light. Take care.